Hi guys, I'm back. Today I'm going to read Jeremiah 5 to 10, Proverbs 2, and Psalm 37. Let's get started. Run to and fro through the streets of Jerusalem, look and take note, search his squares to see if you can find one. One who does justice and seeks truth, that I may pardon him. Though they say, as the Lord lives, yet they swear falsely. O Lord, do not your eyes look for truth? You have struck them down, that they felt no anguish. You have consumed them, that they refused to take correction. They have made their faces hard than rock. They have refused to repent. Then I said, these are only the poor, and they have no sense, and they do not know the way of the Lord. Their justice of their God. And will go to the great and will speak to them. For they know the way of the Lord, the justice of their God. And they all alike had broken the yoke. They had burst the bonds. Therefore a lion from the forest shall strike them down. A wolf from the desert shall devastate them, and the leopard is watching their seas. Everyone who goes out of them shall be torn in pieces, because their transgressions are many, their apostacies are great. Now can I pardon you? Your children have forsaken me, and have sworn by those who are no gods. And they fed them to the full, and they commit adultery, and troop to the houses of whores. And were well-fed, lusty stallions, each neighing for his neighbour's wife. Shall I not punish them for these things, declares the Lord? And shall I not avenge myself on a nation such as this? Go up through her vine rows and destroy her, and make not a full end. Strip away her branches, for they are not the Lord. For the Lord, house of Israel, and the house of Judah has been utterly treacherous to me. And declares the Lord, they have spoken falsely of the Lord, and as he will do nothing, no disaster will come upon us, nor shall we see sword or famine. And prophets will become when the word is not in them, that it shall it be done to them. And therefore thus says the Lord, the God of hosts, because you spoke in this word, behold, I am making my words in your mouth a fire, and this people will, and the fire shall consume them. Behold, I am bringing against you a nation from far. O house of Israel, declares the Lord, it is an enduring nation, it is an ancient nation, a nation whose language you do not know, nor can you understand what they say. Their quiver is like an open tomb, they are almighty warriors, they shall eat up your harvest and your food, they shall eat up your sons and your daughters, they shall eat up your flocks in your hand. They shall eat up your vines and fig trees, and the fortified cities in which you trust, they shall beat down with the sword. But even in those days, declares the Lord, I will not make a fool of any of you. And when your people say, why has the Lord, our God, done all these things to us? You shall say to them, as you have forsaken me and served foreign gods in your land, so you shall serve foreigners in the land that is not yours. Declare this in the house of Jacob, proclaim it in Judah. Yet they say foolish and senseless people who have eyes but see not, who have ears but hear not. Do you not fear me, declares the Lord? Do you not tremble before me? I lay stand as the boundary for the sea, a perpetual barrier that it cannot pass. The waves toss, they cannot prevail. That they roll, they cannot pass the river. But this people has a stubborn and rebellious heart. They have turned aside and gone astray. They do not say in their hearts, let us fear the Lord our God. He gives the rain in its season, the autumn rain and the spring rain, and keeps for us your weeks appointed for the harvest. Your iniquities have turned these away, and your sins have kept good from me. And the wicked bird are found among my evil. They left my fowlers lying in wait. They set a trap, they catch me, like a cage full of birds. Their houses are full of deceit, therefore they have become great and rich. They have grown fat and sleek, they know no bounds and deeds of evil. They judge not with justice the cause of the fatherless to make it prosper, and they do not defend the rights of the needy. Shall I not punish them for these things? And shall I not avenge myself on a nation such as this? And an appalling and horrible thing has happened in the land. A prophet prophesied falsely, and the priests wrought their direction. My people love to have it so, but what will you do in the end when it comes? Flee for safety, O people of Benjamin. From the midst of Jerusalem, blow the trumpet into Carmel, and raise the signal on Beth Hakkerem, where disaster lamps out the north and great destruction. The lovely and delicately I'll destroy, and daughter shepherds with their flocks shall come against it. They shall pierce their tents around it, and shall pasture each in his place, prepare war against it. Arise, and let us attack your name, warriors worship, and while the day declines, while the shadows of evening lengthen, arise, and let us attack by night, and destroy her palaces. Thus says the Lord, has cut down the trees. Cast a prestige mountain against Jerusalem. And is this the sea that must be punished? There is nothing but oppression within her. As a well keeps its water fresh, so she keeps it fresh her evil. Violence and destruction are her within her. Sickness and wounds are ever before me. For you will know Jerusalem, unless I turn from you in disgust. Yes, I make you a desolation and uninhabited land. As soon as the Lord has, they shall glean thoroughly, as a vine, the remnant of Israel. Like a grape gatherer past your hand again over its branches. To whom shall I speak and give warning, that they may hear? Behold, their ears are uncircumcised, and they cannot listen. Behold, the word of the Lord is to them an object of scorn. They take no pleasure in it. Therefore I am full of the wrath of the Lord, and weary of holding it in. And pour it out upon the children in the street, upon the gathering of you in mercy. Both husband and wife shall be taken, the elderly and the very aged. Their houses shall be turned over to others, their fields and wives together. For I will stretch out my hand against the inhabitants of the land, declares the Lord. For from the least to the greatest of them, everyone is grieved unjustly, and from prophet to priest, everyone deals falsely. They have healed the wound of my people lightly, saying, Peace, peace, when there is no peace. Were they ashamed when they commit abomination? No, they were not at all ashamed. They did not know how to love. Therefore they shall fall among those who fall. At the time that I punish them, they shall be overthrown, says the Lord. Thus says the Lord, stand by the roads and ask for the ancient path, where the good ways and walk in it. And find rest for yourself, but they say, we will not walk in it. I set watchmen over you, saying, I turn you to the sound of the trumpet. But they say, we will not pay attention. Therefore hear, O nation, and know, O congregation, what will happen to them. And hear, O earth, behold, I am bringing disaster upon this people. The fruit of their devices, because they do not pay attention to my word. And as for my law, they have rejected. What use to me is frankincense that come from Sheba, or sweet cane from a distant land. Their burnt offerings are not acceptable, nor your sacrifices are pleasing to me. Therefore, thus says the Lord, I'll lay before this people stumbling blocks against which they shall stumble. Fathers and sons together, neighbor and friend shall perish. Thus says the Lord. The people coming from the north country, a great nation is stirring from the farthest parts of the earth. They lay hold on Burr and javelin. They cruel and have no mercy. The sound of them is like a roaring sea. Ride on horses, set array as a man for battle. Against you, daughter of Zion, we have had the report of it. A hand full helpless, again anguish has taken hold of us. Pain as of a woman in labor. Go not out into the field, nor walk on the road. For the enemy is a sore, terror is on every side. A daughter might put on sackcloth and roll in ashes, make mourning as for an only son, most be a lamentation. But suddenly the destroyer will come upon us. I have made you test of metals among my people. You may know and test their ways. They are all stubbornly rebellious, and going about with slanders. They are bronze and iron, all of them act corruptly, and blow fiercely. The lead is consumed by the fire. In vain the refining goes on. For the wicked are not removed. Rejected silver, they are called. For the Lord has rejected them. The word that came to Jeremiah from the Lord, standing in the gates of the Lord's house, and proclaimed this word, and said, Hear the word of the Lord, all you men of Judah who enter these gates to worship the Lord. Thus says the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, amend your ways and your deeds, and I will let you dwell in this place. Do not trust in these deceptive words. This is the temple of the Lord, the temple of the Lord, the temple of the Lord. If you truly amend your ways and your deeds, if you truly execute justice one with another, if you do not oppress the sojourner of the fatherless, or the widow, or shed innocent blood in this place, if you do not go after other gods to your own home, and I'll let you dwell in this place, in the land that I gave to your fathers forever. Behold, you trust in deceptive words to no avail. Though you steal and murder, commit adultery, swear falsely, make offerings to bow, and go after other gods that you do not know, and then come and stand before me in this house, which is called by my name, and say, We are to live it, only to go on doing all these abominations. Has this house, which is called by my name, become a den of robbers in your eyes? I myself have seen it, declares the Lord. Go now to my place that was in Shiloh, where I made my name dwell first, and see what I did to it because of the evil of my hateful Israel. And now, because you have done all these things, declares the Lord. And when I spoke to you persistently, you did not listen. And when I called you, you did not answer. Therefore, I will do to the house that's called by my name, and in which you trust, and to the place that I gave to you and to your fathers, as I did to Shiloh. And I will cast you out of my sight, and as I cast out all your kinsmen, all the offspring of Ephraim. As for you, do not cry for this people, or lift up a cry of prayer for me, and do not intercede with me, for I will not hear you. Do you not see what they are doing in the cities of Judah, in the streets of Jerusalem? The children gather wood, the fathers kindle fire, and the women knead dough to make cakes for the queen of heaven, and they pour out drink offerings to their other gods to provoke me to anger. Is it I whom they provoke, declares the Lord? Is it not themselves to their own shame? Therefore thus says the Lord God, Behold, my anger and wrath will be poured on this place, both upon man and beast, upon the trees of the field and the fruit of the ground. It will burn and not be quenched. Thus says the Lord, the God of Israel, and you add your burnt offerings to your sacrifices, and eat the flesh For in the day that I brought them out of the land of Egypt, now I did not speak to your fathers or command them concerning burnt offerings and sacrifices. But this command I gave them, I obey my voice, and I will be your God, and shall be my people, and walk in all the way that I command you, that it may be well with you. And they did not obey or incline their ear, and walked in their own counsels and the stubbornness of their evil hearts, and went backward and not forward. From the day that your fathers came out of the land of Egypt to this day, I persistently sent all my servants prophets to them day after day. Yet they did not listen to me or incline their ear, or stiffen their neck. They did worse than their fathers. So you shall speak all these words to them, but they will not listen to you. You shall call to them, but they will not answer you. And you shall say to them, this is the nation that did not obey the voice of the Lord thy God, and did not accept discipline, truth, and has perished. It is cut from their lips. Cut off your head and cast it away. Raise a lamentation on the bare heights. For the Lord has rejected and forsaken their generation of his wrath. While the sons of Judah have done evil in my sight, declares the Lord. They had said their detestable things in the house that is called by my name, to fulfill. And they had both high places of Topheth, which is in the valley of the son of Hinnom, to them their sons and their daughters in the flood, which I did not command, nor did it come into my mind. Therefore, behold, the days are coming to close, when it will no more be called Topheth, and all the valley of the son of Hinnom, but the valley of slaughter, for they will bury in Topheth, because there is no room elsewhere. And the dead bodies of the people will be free for the birds of the air, and for the beasts of the earth, and none will find them. And I will silence the sea in the seas of Judah, and the streets of Jerusalem, the voice of mirth, and the voice of gladness, and the voice of the bridegroom, and the voice of the bride. For the land shall become a waste. At that time declares the Lord, the bones of the kings of Judah, the bones of its officials, the bones of the priests, the bones of the prophets, and the bones of the inhabitants of Jerusalem shall be brought out of their tombs, and they shall be spread all over the sun and the moon, and all the hosts of heaven, which they have loved and served, which they have gone after, and which they have sought and worshipped. And they shall be gathered or buried, and they shall be as dung on the surface of the earth. And death shall be preferred to life by all the remnant that remains of this evil family, in all the places where I have driven them, declares the Lord. You shall say to them, thus is the Lord, when men fall, do they not rise again? If one turns away, does he not return? Why then has this people turned away in perpetual backsliding? They hold fast to deceit, they refuse to listen. And I paid attention and listened, but they have not spoken rightly. No man relents of his evil, saying, what have I done? Everyone turns to his own course, like a horse plunging headlong into battle. Even the stork in the house knows her time, and the toad will swallow and cry, keep the times they're coming. For my people know not the laws of the Lord. How can you say we are wise, and the law of the Lord is with us? Now behold, the lying pen of the scribes has made it into a lie. The wise men shall be put to shame, they shall be dismayed and taken. Behold, they have rejected the word of the Lord, so what wisdom is in them? Therefore I will give their wives to others, and their fields to conquerors. I have heard from the least to the greatest, everyone is greedy for unjust gain. From prophet to priest, everyone deals falsely. You have healed the wound of my people lightly, saying, peace, peace, when there is no peace. Will they assume when they commit abomination? No, they will not at all assume. They do not know how to blush, therefore they shall fall among the fool. When they punish them, they shall be overthrown, says the Lord. When I would gather them, declares the Lord. There are no grapes on the vine, nor figs on the fig tree. Even the leaves are withered, and what I gave them has passed away from them. Why do we sit still, gather together? Let us go into the fortified cities, and perish here. For the Lord our God has doomed us to perish, and has given us poisoned water to drink. And because we have sinned against the Lord, we look for peace, but no good came, for a time of healing, but behold, terror. And the snorting of their horses is heard from there. And at the sound of their neighing of the stallions, the whole land quakes. They come and devour the land and all that fills it. I see in those who dwell in it. For behold, I am sitting among these serpents, as that cannot be charmed, and they shall bite you, declares the Lord. My joy is gone, grief is upon me, my heart is sick within me. Behold, the cry of the daughter of my people is from the length and breadth of the land. Is the Lord not in Zion? Is her king not in her? Why have they provoked me to anger with their carved image? As they foreign idols, the harvest is past, the summer is ended, and we are not saved. For the wound of the daughter of my people is my heart wounded. Amen. And dismay is taken hold of me. Is there no balm in Gilead? Is there no physician there? My then has health with the daughter of my people will not be restored. Know that my head will waters and my eyes are fountain of tears. Know that I might weep day and night, and for the slain of the daughter of my people. Right that I had in the desert a traveller's lodging place, that I might leave my people and go away from them. For they are all adulterers and a company of treacherous men. They bend their tongue like a bow. Falsehood and not truth has grown strong in the land. Yeah, they proceed from evil to evil, and they do not know me, declares the Lord. Let everyone beware of his neighbor, and put no trust in any brother. For every brother is a deceiver, and every neighbor goes about as a slanderer. Everyone deceives his neighbor, and no one speaks the truth. They've taught their tongue to speak lies. They weary themselves from committing iniquity, even oppression upon oppression, and deceit upon deceit. They refuse to know me, declares the Lord. Therefore, thus says the Lord, I will find them and test them, for what else can I do because of my heel? The tongue is a deadly arrow, it speaks deceitfully. And with his mouth each speaks peace to his neighbor. For in his heart he plans an ambush for. Shall I not punish them for these things, declares the Lord? And shall I not avenge myself on a nation such as this? They will take up weeping and wailing from the mountains, and lamentation for the pastures of the wilderness, because they have laid waste so that no one passes through, and the lowing of cattle is not heard. Both the birds of the air and the beasts have fled and not gone. I will make Jerusalem a heap of ruins, a lair of jackals, and I will make the cities of Judah a desolation. God inhabitants. Who is the man so wise that he can understand this? Who has the mouth of the Lord speaking, that he may declare? Why is the land ruined and laid waste like a wilderness, so that no one passes through him? The Lord says, because they have forsaken my law that I set before them, and have not obeyed my voice or walked in accord with it. They have stubbornly followed their own hearts, and have gone after the past, as their fathers taught them. Therefore thus says the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, I'll not feed the sheep with bitter fruit, and give them poisonous water to drink, and I will scatter them among the nations. Neither they nor their fathers have known, and I will send the sword after them until I have consumed them. And the young men from the thus says the Lord of hosts, consider and call for the mourning woman to come, then for the skillful woman to come, and let them make haste and raise a wailing over us, and that our eyes may run down with tears, and our eyelids flow with water. And the sound of wailing is heard from Zion. How we are wrong, we are utterly shamed, because we have left the land, because they have cast down our dwellings. You hear the word of the Lord, and let your ear receive the word of his mouth. Teach to your daughters a lemon, and each to a neighbor a dirge. For death has come up into our windows, it has entered our palaces, cutting off the children from the streets, and the young men from the squares. Speak, thus declares the Lord, like the dead bodies of men shall fall, like dung upon the open field. They are like sheaves after the reaper, and none shall gather them. Thus says the Lord, let not the wise boast in his wisdom, let not the mighty man boast in his might, let not the rich man boast in his riches, but let him who boast in this, that he understands and knows me, and that I am the Lord who practices steadfast love, justice, and righteousness in the earth. For in these things I delight, declares the Lord. Now the days are coming, declares the Lord, when I will punish all those who are circumcised merely in the flesh, each of Judah, Aram, the sons of Ammon, and all who dwell in the desert, who cut the corners of their hand. For all these nations are uncircumcised, and all the houses are uncircumcised in heart. Hear the word that the Lord speaks to your house, Israel. Thus says the Lord, command not the way of the nations, nor be dismayed at the sign of the heavens, because the nations are dismayed at them. For the customs of the people of vanity, a tree from the forest is cut down, and worked with an axe by the hands of the craftsman. They decorated with silver and gold, and they fasten it with hammer and nails, so that it cannot move. Their eyes are like scarecrows in a cucumber field, and they cannot speak. They have to be carried, and they cannot walk. Do not be afraid of them, for they cannot do evil. Neither is it in them to do good. It is not like you, Lord. You are great, and your name is great in mine. You would not fear you, O King of the nation. Well, this is your due, for among the wise ones of the nations, and in all their kingdoms, there is none like you. They are both stupid and foolish. The instruction of idols is but wood. Beaten silver is brought from Tarshish, and gold from Uphaz. These are the works of the craftsman and the hands of the goldsmith. Their clothing is violet and purple. They are all the work of skilled men. And the Lord is the true God. He is the living God and the everlasting King. And his wrath the earthquakes, and the nations cannot endure his indignation. Thus shall you say to them, the gods who do not make the heavens and the earth shall perish from the earth, from under the heavens. It is he who made the earth wise. He established the world by his wisdom, and by his understanding he stretched out the heaven. When he utters his voice, there is a tumult of waters in the heaven, and he makes the mist rise from the ends of the earth. He makes lightning for the rain, and he brings forth the wind from the storehouses. Every man is stupid and without knowledge. Every goldsmith is put to shame by his idols, and his images are false, and there is no breath in them. They are worthless, a work of delusion. At that time of their punishment they shall perish. Perish. No one like these is he who is the portion of Jacob, for he is the one who formed all things, and Israel is the tribe of his inheritance. And the Lord of hosts is his name. Lord of hosts is his name. Gather your bundle from the ground, and you who dwell on the sea. For thus says the Lord, behold, I am slinging out the inhabitants of the sea, of the land at this time, and I will bring distress upon them, that they may feel it. Woe is me, because my wind is grievous, but I said, truly this is an affliction, and I must bear. And I tend to destroy, and all my cords are broken. My children are gone from me, and they are not. There is no one to spread my tent and serve my curse. All shepherds are stupid, and they do not inquire at the Lord. Therefore they have not prospered, and all their flock is scattered. A voice to ruin it, behold, it comes. A great commotion out of the north country, to make the cities of Judah desolation. For their jackals, I know, O Lord, that the way of man is not in himself, that is not in man who walks to direct his steps. Correct me, O Lord, but in justice, not in your anger, lest you bring me to nothing. Pour out your wrath on the nations that know you not, and on the heathens that call upon your name, that call not on your name, for they have devoured Jacob, they devoured him and consumed. They have laid waste his habitation. Proverbs 2. My son, if you receive my words and treasure up my commandments with you, making your ear attentive to wisdom and inclining your heart to understand. Yes, if you qualify insight and raise your voice to understand, if you seek it like silver and search for it as with hidden treasure, then you'll understand the fear of the Lord and find the knowledge of God. For the Lord will give wisdom, from his mouth come knowledge and understand. He throws of sound wisdom for the upright. He's a shield to those who walk in integrity, guiding the paths of justice and watching over the way of his saints. And you'll understand righteousness and justice and equity, every good path, and wisdom will come into your heart, and knowledge will be pleasant to your soul. Discretion will watch over you, and understanding will guide you, delivering you from the way of evil. When men are perverted speech, you forsake the paths of uprightness, to walk in the ways of darkness, who rejoice in doing evil, and delight in the perverseness of evil. And enter the paths of crooked, and who are devious in their ways. So you will be delivered from the forbidden one, from the adulterous with a smooth life, who forsakes the companion of youth, and forgets the covenant of their God. When the house sinks down to death, and the paths to depart, when they go to come back, nor do they regain the paths of life. So you'll walk in the way of the good, and keep to the paths of the righteous. For the upright will inhabit the land, and those with integrity will remain. And the wicked will be cut off from the land, and the treacherous will be rooted out of it. Psalm 37. Fret not yourself because the evildoers, be not envious of wrongdoers. They will soon fade like the grass and wither like the green herb. Trust in the Lord, and he will do good. All learn and prefer faithfulness. Delight yourself in the Lord, he will give you the desires of your heart. Commit your way to the Lord, and trust in him, and he will act. He will bring forth your righteousness as light, and your justice as the noonday. So be still before the Lord, and wait patiently for him. Fret not yourself over the one who prospers in his way, over the man who carries out evil devices. Refrain from anger, forsake wrath. Fret not yourself over the one who prospers in his way, over the man who carries out evil devices. Refrain from anger and forsake wrath. Fret not yourself, it turns only to evil. For the evildoers shall be cut off, but those who wait for the Lord shall inherit them. In just a little while the wicked will be no more. Look carefully at his place, and she will not be there. And the meek shall inherit the land, and delight themselves in abundant peace. The wicked plots against the righteous, and gnashes his teeth at it. But the Lord laughs at the wicked, for he sees that his day is coming. The wicked draw the sword, and their bows, to bring down the poor and needy, to slay those whose ways are by. Their sword shall enter their own heart, and their bows shall be broken. There's little that righteous has, and the abundance of many wicked, for the arms of the wicked shall be broken. And the Lord upholds the righteous. The Lord knows the days of the blameless, and the heritage will remain forever. They are not put to shame in evil time. In the days of famine they have abundance, but the wicked will perish. The enemies of the Lord are like the roar of the pastures. They vanish like smoke, they vanish away. The wicked borrows, but does not pay back. But the righteous is generous and gives. For those blessed by the Lord shall inherit the land, but those cursed by him shall be cut off. The steps of a man are established by the Lord when he delights in his way. Though he fall, he shall not be cast headlong. For the Lord upholds his hand. I have been young, and now I am old, yet I have not seen the righteous forsaken. I was children begging for bread. He is everlasting generously, and his children become a blessing. Turn away from evil and do good. So shall you dwell forever. The Lord loves justice, he will not forsake his saints. They have preserved forever, and the children of the wicked will be cut off. Shall be cut off. The righteous shall inherit the land, and dwell upon it forever. The mouth of the righteous utters wisdom. His tongue speaks justice. The Lord his God is in his heart. His steps do not slip, and the wicked watches the righteous and seeks to put him to death. And the Lord will not abandon him to his power, or let him be condemned when he is brought to trial. Wait for the Lord and keep his way, and he will exalt you to inherit them. And then he will look on when the wicked are cut off. I have seen a wicked ruthless man spreading himself like a green laurel tree. But he passed away, and behold, he was no more. Though I sought him, he could not be found. Mark the blameless, and behold the upright. There is a future for the man of peace. The transgression shall be altogether destroyed. My future, the wicked shall be cut off. The salvation of the righteous is from the Lord. He is their stronghold in the time of trouble. The Lord helps them and delivers them. He delivers them from the wicked and saves them, because they take refuge in him. Now that's land nation, now to the Lord's prayer. Please bow your heads, our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us today our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we also forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one. For yours is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. See you tomorrow. Bye.